Hey everybody, thank you for getting your work in. I just picked it up today and I went through all of it and did my grading. So now we're ready to send you another video. Today, the day you'd be doing this would be day 4, that would be Thursday. April 9th, we're still in week 3. We're going to go over your morning seat work packet 30.4 and your math RW and PW 114. So if you need to pause and collect those things, go ahead and do that, okay? Okay, you're back. I'm glad to see you. All right, so your morning seat work packet, you look across the top, you've got 4 subtraction problems, 3 digits. Do you see any regrouping there? Any that have more on the floor? I don't, so I think it'll be pretty simple for you just to go across. 4 minus 4, 4 take away 4 would be 0. 4 take away 2, 2 plus 2 makes 4, so it'd be 2, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So go ahead and do those. The next section asks you to use your ruler to draw a line 8 centimeters long, and then a second one 2 centimeters shorter. So if you have 8 centimeters, let's say it looks like this, okay, and it's 8 centimeters. You guys can use inches if you don't have a centimeter ruler, but you don't want to draw the second one 2 centimeters. Why? Because it says draw a second line 2 centimeters shorter than that. So what is 2 less than 8? 6, that's right. So your second one would be 6 centimeters. Or if you did 8 inches, you might not have room. So you might want to do 4 inches if you only have an inch ruler. And what's 2 less than 4? 4 take away 2 is 2. And so you do one that's 2. Okay, so whatever you have there, if it's inches, and you can change the number. Just cross out those numbers. You want to make 8. If you want to make it a 4 inches, and if you want to make the 2 centimeters 2 inches, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, I have no problem with that. All right, let's look at the word problem. It says the library has 875 books, so you want to circle 875. Okay. There are 244 books checked out to students. How many books are left in the library? You underline that. So how many are left would make you think you're going to take away. Well, they gave you the minus sign right there. So it would be 875 minus 244. Go ahead and do that. I don't see any regrouping. Every number on the bottom is smaller than the one on top. So 5 take away 4, you're taking all but 1. 7 take away 4, I go in my head 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives me 3. And 8 take away 2, I go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes 6, because 6 plus 2 makes 8, okay? So read each word below as you clap the syllables. Circle the number of syllables each word has. The example they gave you is knife. It's not knife, right? 6 syllables. No, it's knife. You only hear the I, and there's no sound for the E. Okay, so that's why they circled the 1. Now the next word is lamb. How many syllables do you hear? Lamb. It's not lamb, because is not a vowel sound. A is a vowel sound. Lamb. You hear 1, right? Circle that. Go down. Reminder. Reminder. E-I-er, right? E-I-er. There, you got it. Unknowing. Unknowing. A-O-E. A-O-E, right? Next one is drought. You see 2 vowels, but you hear out. That's 1 sound, right? Drought. Knowledge. Ah-eh. Knowledge. And climb. I. Climb. Okay. All right, let's go down to our sentence where it says, My grandmother knit me a blanket. That's your clue. Your words are, you on might the sleigh ride, bring blanket tonight, period, the. Okay, so you're going on a sleigh ride apparently, and it's probably cold because you don't sleigh ride on gravel, water, or grass. It's got to be snow. So you, of course, would go first because it's the only word with a capital. So you what? Well, you're going to be cold. So you might, number 2. You might do what? Yep, bring, number 3. You might bring what? The blanket, 4, 5. Where are you going to bring the blanket? You might bring the blanket. It's not tonight because that's got a period. On, you're right. You might bring the blanket on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7, the. Number 8, sleigh. 9, ride. 10, tonight. Good. Don't forget your period, okay? So you can pause and do that, or you can just save it, and when we're all finished, you can go back. But I think you should probably pause it and then come back, okay? Alrighty, I assume you're back, and we are now going to look at your math. This is, a little bit more difficult. If you think you've got a handle on it, you could go ahead and do it on your own, but it is estimating sums. So you have 2 parts. You've got to do the estimate, and then you have to do the real deal. So just to save time, what we're going to do together is we'll do the estimate, and you will together, and you guys will just finish adding the problem. Okay, so look at number 1. They didn't just solve one problem, they solved 2, didn't they? Now, from now on, I'm not going to write the first one, okay? But for this first problem that we're going to do together, I will do this. For the rest of it, I'm going to pretty much talk it, so be ready to listen, okay? So, we're estimating to the nearest 100, and look at your line. Why don't you circle the 200? So why don't you circle the 200? Why don't you circle the 300 and circle the 400? Because those are going to be your answers. 200, 300, or 400. Now remember, the center between, halfway between 200 and 300 is 250. Halfway between 300 and 400 is 350. If your number is 250 or greater, you round up to 300. If your number is 350 or greater, you'll round up to 400, okay? So let's take a look. 320. 320 is between 300 and 400. Is 20 less than 50? It sure enough is. So my pen is not going to be very good, but that would be 300, okay? I'll write it here. It's closer to the 300. It's actually right there. And 390, is 90 greater than 50? Yes, it is. So this would be 400. So real quickly, you can add 300 and 400. 4 plus 3 is 7. So you know you've got 700. Then you're going to go over here and you're going to add that by yourself, okay? So that's going to be our little rhythm here. We'll do this one together. You'll add that one yourself, okay? But I'm just going to kind of point and say, okay? I'll help you. All right, so what do we have here? We've got 280, 200 and 300. 280 is somewhere between. Is 80 greater than 50? Yes. So that should be 300. Right, 300 in that box. 220 is between 2 and 300. 20, That's less than 50, so you should write 200 there. So you're adding 300 plus 200. 3 plus 2 is 5. Should be 500. Then you'll go back and do that one. Okay, 310. 10 is definitely less than 50, so it rounds down to 300. 290 is between 2 and 3. 90 is more than 50. It rounds up to 300. So you've got 300 plus 300, which makes 600. Good. Moving on over. You've got 370s between 3 and 400. 70 is greater than 50, so bump it up to 400. 390, 90 is greater than 50, bump it up to 400. 400 plus 400 is 800. Good. Okay, so you've got 270 between 2 and 300. 70 is greater than 50, so that should be 300. 270 is closer to 300 than 200. 320 between 3 and 4. 20 is less than 50, so that should round down. Whoops, where am I? Oh, right here. 320, so that should round down to 300. So actually you've got 300 plus 300 again, so doubles again. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 600. I need to be paying attention to where I am. Maybe I'll do that so I know. You guys will go back and do all of that. Okay, so 210 is between 2 and 300. 10 is definitely less than 50, so put 200 in the box. 370 is between 300 and 400. 70 is more than 50. Put 400 in the box. So you got 200 plus 400, which makes 600. Good. Then go back and do the other. Okay, 330 is between 3 and 400. 30 is less than 50. 300. 230 is between 2 and 300. 30 is less than 50, round down to 200. So you've got 300 plus 200. 3 plus 2 is 5, 500. Okay? 380 plus 290. 80 is greater than 50, so that rounds up to 400. 290 between 2 and 3. 90 is greater than 50, so it rounds up to 300. So you got 400 plus 300. 700. Good. Now here it says Betsy chose 2 of these numbers to add together. She estimated the sum to be about 500. So you're going to want something here that maybe rounds up to 400. I would say 395 is closer to 400. Is there anything that rounds down to 100? No, so I was wrong. So let's go for 300 and 200. So forget that. Does anything here round to 300? 283 would round up to 300. So we've got 300, excuse me, plus 221. 20 is less than 50, so that would round down to 200. 3 plus 2 makes 500. So what are you going to write on the lines? You're going to write 283 and 221 would round to about 500. Okay, we're going to run out of time very shortly on this tape, so flip it over real quickly. And all you have here are 1, 2, 3 problems. Okay, you think you could do those yourself? The rounding, I think so. They did the first one for you, so actually that gives you 2 problems. Here's your number line. Is 382 closer to 300 or 400? 382. Well, 80 is more than 50. That would be a 400, right? 316 between 3 and 4. 16 is much less than 50. That would be a 300. 400 and 300. Okay, so go ahead and do that one yourself. And if you haven't already, go back and finish those problems, okay? Alrighty, and I will see you very soon, okay? Bye-bye. Thank you.